Nature can be terrifying. When unleashed in full force, none of our constructs can fully protect us. We must wait for him to calm down. It is a force that we do not fully understand, but it is neutral. It cannot be said that she is evil, even when she causes deaths. On the other hand, the supernatural also scares us for similar reasons. It is incomprehensible and uncontrollable. Forests are an ideal setting for supernatural territories. In horror films such as The Hallow, 2015, The Ritual, 2017, The Vivitch, 2015, Leprechaun, Origins, 2014, The Blair Witch Project, 1999, and Mama, 2013, the forests are filled with elements and supernatural creatures. Sometimes warnings are issued and ignored. At other times, there are no discernible warnings that outsiders need to be aware of, especially in foreign countries. The forest represents our own animal nature, our fears of the unknown and ancient ways of life that collide with modernity. We don't know what is hidden in the dark and forgotten corners of the world. In these films, the characters quickly discover that the stories, or superstitions, they ignored are real. This can be called Caucasian disbelief, where warnings, if any, are dismissed as silly superstitions. For white, secular society, the idea that something could be unfriendly to us by invading its territory is absurd. These films show us that it is not only possible, but inevitable, that if you go deep enough, you will encounter creatures that are part of local folklore. In The Descent, 2005, a group of women venture into an unexplored cave system in the United States and encounter blind, humanoid monsters that have evolved in that environment. If the monsters don't get you, there's always the real fear of getting lost, getting hurt, and not being able to find your way out. There are countless things that could go wrong. As Above, So Below, 2014, tells an adventure in the intricate catacombs of Paris in search of a legendary object. Instead, the protagonists find hell. This horror movie shows how dangerous the catacombs can be. It is said that in the depths there live people who steal maps and flashlights, leaving others to die in the darkness. Although this could be an urban legend, it reflects the themes of The Descent. If there are people down there, they have adapted to the darkness, the lack of oxygen, and the endless underground labyrinth. They could even be violent or dangerous by not offering help. The film Underwater, 2020, presents us with a new type of terror related to the ocean depths and the feeling of being surrounded by an environment in which we cannot breathe. In the plot, an underwater drilling awakens a Lovecraftian creature, a huge squid-like beast, accompanied by hatchlings that prowl the ocean floor and pose a danger to humans. After an accident at a deep drilling base kills almost everyone, a small group of survivors must walk across the seabed to save themselves. Human existence is not destined for these depths, so anything that can go wrong on an exploration mission surely will. In the movie Alien, 1979, humans from the future were extracting resources in deep space when they encountered something sinister and hostile. In Event Horizon, 1997, humanity attempted to push the known limits of space travel to reach the speed of light and reach the nearest star quickly. However, they opened a portal in time and space that took them to a hellish place with disastrous and deadly consequences. Space is so vast that it's hard to believe we're alone, but our ability to explore it remains limited. Even if we could do it, would we be in danger from what we found? Space, like the ocean, is completely inhospitable as it lacks the air we need to breathe. We are surrounded by it with no possibility of escape. If there's something else in the universe with us, it's probably not friendly. Folklore warns us about dangerous creatures or entities, suggesting that we should not invade their territories, as we could face serious, even deadly, consequences. Horror films often take advantage of this type of folklore to create a backstory or to introduce the threat that the protagonists must overcome or escape until they manage to evade the creature. In The Vivitch, 2015, a family settles in a territory controlled by witches, claiming it as their own, sparking a backlash. First, the baby disappears and it is suggested that its fat is used in a flying potion. Subsequently, all of Thomason's family members die, and she eventually joins the witches responsible for her family's death and who lured her to them. Thomason's father could be questioned. Why did you think this land belonged to you? Did you really believe you could control something that wasn't yours? The power of the witches clearly surpassed the arrogance of a man who sought to possess that land, and the cost was the lives of his entire family. Thomason, the young woman, is now also trapped under its influence, unable or perhaps, at this point, unwilling to escape. Although she is engaged to a man, she chooses to follow the path of the witches, in this case, that of Satan himself. At the heart of these films lies the idea that we fear our own world and what lies beyond because we don't understand it. There are things older than our own existence, older than bones and life itself, and they are beyond the reach of our sight. In our explorations of land, sea, and space, we might accidentally find them, or they might find us. Terror is an imaginative scenario where our fears proliferate. If anything can happen in terror, it will certainly happen. If we fear it, it will come true. We've barely scratched the surface of what's really out there, whether paranormal or natural. We have no idea how deep some things are because we are not meant to be there.